All right, ladies and gentlemen, I lost a light and I had to focus one to the middle because that's too hot to mess with and it threw my focus out, so I got to remake the after game video. I want to make sure I get everything in this time. My players of the game that I really liked tonight was number one is Cheeto. Cheeto made some really good plays out there, especially when he knocked down that pass. I know he grabbed the jerseys just a little bit, but the athletic ability of knocking the plays, the tackles he made, Cheeto looked like he was a starting member out of secondary. I know some people were saying they wish that Cheeto would go back to safety because we think we need the help back there at safety, but he's playing well out there. And when Byron Jones comes back, we've got and Anthony Brown has been playing very well at corner, and Jordan Lewis. I think we have a good solid four, and you need four to me, in my opinion. You know, if we had one more, like if Michael Jackson, who didn't play all that great tonight, if he comes around and starts playing like he could get real playing time or whatever, then we might have the leverage to move Cheeto. But right now, Cheeto is a up and coming corner for this football team. My boy Cedric Wilson, I love Cedric Wilson. Ever since we drafted him. I was heartbroken when he got hurt last year in training camp, but now. He actually looked like he was ready for prime time. When the other receivers really didn't look like that, the ones I've been talking up on the bottom end of the roster, Cedric Wilson looked like he was ready to do something on a real Sunday. So I'm hoping for the best for Cedric. I feel like he's going to make this football team now, and I'm just looking at who's going to come in behind Cedric Wilson. Another one, Jalen Jelks. He's another guy that Law Nation and myself was talking really high of in training camp. And I liked because I love watching the defensive drills. And Malik Collins, he does all kind of things. He does his moves and everything. He looks great doing defensive drills. But Jalen Jelks doing the hitting the bag and all that kind of stuff looked really smooth to me, and his movements were like really awesome. So I was like, and then Law Nation was pointing out his play at practice, and we both were like, this guy might have a chance. And now that we saw it happen in a real game, I really like the chances of Jalen Jelks. Another one that Law Nation really pointed him out, but then when I saw him, I was like, man, you're absolutely right. It was that Luke Gifford, number 57. He's looked like a little LVE in practice, and now you got to see how active he was, because he was making play after play until he got hurt. And unfortunately, he's gone for probably the rest of the preseason. But I think and hope he's done enough to make this football team. I really like. I like his size. I like his activity. I like everything about Luke Gifford. Really like it. I got excited. You know how I get excited during the football games. I got excited when he made one tackle, and I was like, he's the replacement for Sean Lee. He's the next linebacker. So I hope that happens. John Vaya Johnson, he was up and down. He started down, and then he made some plays before the half. One really good catch before the half to try to redeem himself. And then after the half, he came back and he stepped out of bounds and came back in and tried to catch the football, which is a no-no. So he left on a kind of down note. So he showed himself as a rookie, a rookie with some talent. You know what I'm saying? So right now that is the practice squad material until he can get better. I've been looking for him or Reggie Davis to try to push Tavon Austin, and still right now I believe Tavon Austin is pretty safe. Mike Weber had one run. It was he kicked it out, but other than that, he didn't have any real significantly memorable runs or good runs. They made me say that 45 was horrible, so I'll say that again. 45 was horrible. He had one good breakup, but he was getting beat pretty bad. Blake Jarwin had a good game, and that's why I was real iffy on Jason Witten's return, and it wasn't as much about Jason Witten as the time Jason Witten would take away from Blake Jarwin and Schultz when they're trying to get better. This is not their first year, so they won't gain much more by watching Jason Witten. They'll gain more by going out there and actually playing in a football game. So I hate that their snaps are going to be taken by Jason Witten. Second time I did that. I did it in another video. But Jason Witten, I'm not going to be mad that he's coming back. He's an awesome, awesome football player and an awesome guy to have in the locker room. So that's never going to make me mad. Cooper Rush. In my pregame video, I was talking about the backup quarterback situation I didn't like, and this game did not make me like it anymore. Cooper Rush was okay. You know, he made some good passes early. Then he had some overthrows, and it really didn't give me confidence that he could go in and win versus a real NFL football team when you had an up and down performance versus the backups of the San Francisco 49ers. You know what I'm saying? It's like not good of the not good. So he should have been almost as perfect as Dak. You know what I'm saying? In his play, and he wasn't. Schultz, I think I already mentioned him. He did okay. I think someone said he dropped some passes. I don't remember it. I have to bring up Donovan Wilson's interception. Even though I believe the quarterback threw the ball directly to Donovan Wilson, it is notable when you generate a turnover with our Cowboys defense, and we will respect you when you make a turnover for our Cowboy defense. So I will not down talk Donovan Wilson. I just hope he does it again. If he keeps doing that, then he's a legit ball hog. And he did attack the football when he caught it. So he might be a legit ball hog like our boy Xavier Woods. Legit ball hog. The running game, all in all, did not look good. Advantage Ezekel Elliott. At this point, I don't think we win without Zeke with the people that we have on this football team. But one thing I did say in the live chat, I was saying that Ezekiel Elliott is better than almost every running back in the league. I mean, you have to bring up Saquon Barkley, the Le'Veon Bells. You have to bring up the elite of the elite to compare with Zeke for you to talk about that. Everybody else, he's better than. But 2 years ago, we had a Super Bowl type team where we could have and probably should have went to the Super Bowl or we got closer to the Super Bowl. World was ended by Aaron Rodgers. But we had a lesser running back by all standards. It was DeMarco Murray was not close to the running back that Ezekiel Elliott is. But we still broke Cowboys records with DeMarco Murray. You understand what I'm saying? So if the production, not what the guy can do and all this kind of stuff, how good he is, that's Zeke all day. But if you're looking for the production of a player, then we got it out of DeMarco Murray. And we could have won it all with DeMarco Murray. So in my mind, how much is, somebody said that, how much is that worth, really? In reality terms, because running back is a totally different position than quarterback and wide receiver, whatever. Running backs can be found. Running backs can be used if you put the right running back with the right system. And DeMarco Murray was the right running back with our system, and we got it done. So how much is it worth to pay so much for Zeke when we got the production with the guy who is lesser? In my opinion, if you can't pay for Zeke, then make sure you get someone in here of DeMarco Murray's stature or above. I mean, somebody McFadden was even the fourth best running back in the league behind this offensive line. So you've set your standard where you can't go below. You can't go below DeMarco Murray and expect to go to the Super Bowl. But right now, with our running back situation, we're so below DeMarco Murray, it's ridiculous. I didn't see enough of Tony Pollard. I really like his speed and his ability to catch the ball, but he's not a three-down back. That's just not what he did. He is a complement for Ezekiel Elliott. And outside of him, Darius Jackson did not prove that he could pull the load. I mean, he made one on 4th and inches. He made a horrible run. I mean, who stutter steps on 4th and inches? On 4th and inches, you barrel your head forward and you get the first down. 3rd and inches, I think it was 3rd and inches. You barrel your head forward and you get the first down. You don't go, oh, that's closed. Let me go and see if I can jump over here. Because as soon as you sidestep, the defense, who is already keying on you, is going to be all over you. And yet then he lost 2 yards and then we got 4th and 2 and lost it and get the first down. So Not him, not Mike Weber. Mike Weber had one, like I said, he had one good run, but he didn't look like he could carry the load for us if it happens. And we know what Alfred Morris is. So I just don't think, who again did decent, and Alfred Morris is done. Alfred Morris is not really, he's nowhere near the level of DeMarco Murray and Darren McFadden, and we still did a decent job with Alfred Morris. We've set the standard of what we need, and if you can't pay Zeke, you better get somebody in here, Murray or above, to keep this train moving, because we have to be a run-first football team. And my fear is that we'll lose Zeke, Zeke, we'll have to play without Zeke, and this team will become a passing football team, which Jason Garrett loves to do. And with our receiving core and Dak Prescott working on his passing game, we would throw the ball a lot more because we trust our passing game more than we trust our running game. And that has always spelled to our destruction. With Tony Romo, we passed the ball way too much. Way too much because we didn't trust our running game. We didn't trust things or whatever. And again, if you pass the ball 3 times and have 3 incompletions, then you give the ball right back to their offense with the defense sitting down for like maybe 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and then back up and back out in the field. And that makes your defense bad. Our defense is good right now because of Ezekel Elliott and the way we feed him the ball. It is what it is. All right, guys. What else? George Iloka led in the tackles. I have 3 more things down here. I almost skipped ahead of myself. George Iloka led in tackles. I heard from that, but I remember seeing number 20 making a lot of tackles out there. Mike White made Cooper Rush look good, and I told you Cooper Rush had a Dwayne Haskins type game. He had some good, well, not with the arms beauty, but he made some good plays and he made some bad plays. And last but not least, Brett Maher. I told you in my pregame video, get that backup kicker for the Ravens, Vedvik. I think his name is Vedvik. Get Vedvik, because I think none of us have that much belief in Maher. All right, guys, I'll hit you later with another video. Holla. Peace.